Hey guys, got another update for you. Made some more progress. As you can see, I got the craps table all boxed in here. Actually got it on the legs, which I've been meaning to do for about 2 weeks now. So pretty excited so far how it's looking. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, kind of on the home stretch. I got this is half my chip rails here. I've been kind of doing some test fitting for the piece up top here that I need to do. That's one of the next steps. So the last one I didn't have the middle parts here kind of boxed in, so I kind of measured and cut, the 12 1/4 for the outside, 11 inch for the inside. And it's just kind of custom fitted in there. I didn't really get, when I did these side pieces, as you can see there, it's not exactly straight up and down. One of these sides was a little better than the other because one side I put on by myself, the other side I had help. So I just kind of measured, and you could tell with measuring tape that it was going to be angled cut. So I just kind of winged it on both the inside and outside and on both sides, and it worked pretty well. I got some gaps I'm going to fill with some body filler to make everything smooth. The top here was actually a little bit uneven from where I did these pieces, and I used my belt sander, and it went really well. Now it's nice and smooth, and I checked it with my square, and everything's level and square and looking good there. So I got to do a little bit here with the belt sander and the edges here, probably just the rest of the way around, trying to make sure everything's going to sit nice and flush. Other than that, on the outside piece, I clamped here, and then I had the pipe clamps on the bottom and braddered along the bottom as well. And then when I did the inside, I didn't really have anything that would get too deep. So I clamped all the way along top with my clamps, and then used the brad gun and put a whole bunch of brads going this way. So they're recessed on this edge and kind of poked out a little bit, as you can see on this side. So I might take a little bit of body filler and sand and fill these in a little bit. I don't really know. Probably won't show, but this side I'll just use my little hand sander and sand it down, and if there's some little divots I can just fill that with some body filler, and then the little gaps here I'll fill that stuff. It's pretty easy. I got a few imperfections on the top here. You can probably see the little run there. I don't know what did that, but I'm going to sand most of the top here, a few spots like that. I'm going to use some body filler, make sure that everything's level and there's no divots. I actually nicked it here when I was doing one of the carf joints. And a few other spots, it'll be pretty easy, pretty quick to do all that. So I got the legs, have been finished for a while, got them in there. I've got all thread that's bolting it on. I don't know if you can see that. They're 1/2 inch holes, it's 1/2 inch all thread. Just with a washer and a nut on each side. I didn't cut them very well. I brought some stuff home from work to trim it down. As you can see, it sticks out pretty good on that one end, so I'm going to trim that down, and then on the other side they stick out a lot too. So, and then I haven't boxed them in yet either. So this weekend, just going to be working on that. I got to work all freaking weekend, so I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I like to get all the body filler stuff done. And then start on the side pieces here for the little armrest, and then the chip rails. These are the only straight pieces I got. I got 4 corners. I'm going to have to order 2 more straight pieces. I think those are $25 a piece, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. They'll come in whenever. Everything else is here. I'll show you guys what the rest of the parts look like. Oh, there's not very much light in here. So I got 4 pieces of the green, the diamond backing. They're 4 feet each, so I'm going to put 2 of them on each corner, 8 feet total. The edge isn't cut very straight, so I might have to cut one little length off of here, one little ridge, and kind of square it up. There's the other 2 chip rails. I got this vinyl for the armrest. This is 1 yard of it. Got it at Hobby Lobby for $7. Actually a pretty good deal. I thought it was going to be more expensive than that. And this should be enough to do the armrest front and back. So Hopefully I don't have to get any more. This is the T-molding that's going to go in between where the two chip rails and those middle pieces that I was going to cut out, which I really don't think I'm going to do. This isn't it. That's the 3/4. So the two 3/4 pieces put together is roughly 1.5 inches. This is 1.5 inch T-molding, and it's got the little ridge in there. So I've got the bit that cuts that slot. That'll cut the slot on a router that I'm going to get from work, and that'll go in it. You don't even have to use any glue or anything. Should fit right in there, so that'll make a nice clean edge. So I got that. I got some 3/4 T-molding in case I want to use it around the chip rails at all. This is the contact paper that's going to be around the base, and then also when I box the legs in. So when I stain the chip rails, I got to find a stain that's kind of matches this a little bit. Here's my crappy little gambling kit. Went and bought the on-off puck. That was a couple dollars on Amazon. I got the serialized red casino dice. Amazon, that's like $9. And then a pretty nice chip set. I forget where I got that. It wasn't on Amazon, but it's really dark. Can't hardly see that. These are the Monte Carlo chips. You can get these online. It's about $100 for the 500 pack of them. It's the clay composite, 14 gram. So they're pretty nice. I like them. I'll probably get a couple more rows of the 5s and the 1s. I'll probably do another video on those later on. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Hopefully here in a couple days it'll be ready to bring in the house, which is going to be a pain in the ass. But we'll figure it out. It's got to weigh at least 250 pounds. This thing is not too heavy, but it's still pretty heavy. So other than that, until next time.